Thank you. Thank you. Sorry for the small technical disruption. This crowdcast keeps kind of moving on with technology, which is good, I guess. We just need to kind of adopt that. Great to see this crowd. The event is great. I also miss Polkadot energy, and we're going to get quite a lot of that actually coming up. We have a great event coming up in Prague in early June, and then of course see you all in Copenhagen. I hope that's where the event we hopefully all are waiting for and are looking forward to. So today event is basically DeFi stuff. My talk is to break things up a little bit and talk about some other stuff. It's not it's about NFTs, and it's not really about NFTs and DeFi connection, because I think that's a little bit too early for us to talk about that. I want to talk about things that are on top of our mind these days most, and that is how to get NFTs into mass adoption and use NFTs as a mass adoption for crypto overall, and for Polkadot specifically. So this is something we have been working on from the very beginning, and continue to do so. So for those of you who maybe don't know, Unique Network is the first NFT kind of pioneer in the Polkadot ecosystem. We made the first NFT palette. What was it? Almost, I don't know, 3-4 years ago. I don't know, even 3 and something. And then, I mean, we made the first testnet, we made the first collection, we made the first everything. And we kept on working on making some very powerful NFT infrastructure. I'm not going to talk about us. I'm going to talk about kind of things that we have worked on and are working on as a kind of on the topic of mass adoption. Because let's face it, we have, you know, a few dozen of great parachains already. Polkadot is that my microphone has been muted. Okay, please do that. Yes, if you want to do. Can you hear me well, by the way? Is everything okay? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So I think that, you know, on top of our mind, just like a lot of people in the room and a lot of people in the ecosystem, is adoption, adoption, adoption. And honestly, that's the only thing on my mind for the last few months, and will be for the sustainable period of time. So for NFTs to be kind of to fulfill its promise and kind of become a tool for mass adoption, there's a lot of things that need to happen. It's not simple. It's not something, okay, so we had a breakthrough with NFTs a few years back when people suddenly discovered and rediscovered NFTs. Before people, it was few $1 million a month of transactions, and that's it. It was a very, very niche thing. Okay, and then suddenly crypto market had a lot of money, so they started kind of doing stuff with NFTs. But what people have done so far is mostly around collectibles, and collectibles are very actually small use case. They are key stepping stone to a lot of forthcoming use cases, but they are simplest of technology. They are simplest of use cases, and are one of the smallest markets that actually will exist, because you just need to take a look at the real world and see that, okay, collectibles as a kind of as an industry, so to speak, as an economic kind of value in the real world is fairly small comparing to many others, and NFTs can and will play a big role in many others. So we were putting in a lot of thinking into what it takes to really make NFTs boom in a way that they should or will. And for me, NFTs are just a tool to digitize any unique property in a secure way using blockchain. So, and that will be trillions of dollars in like 20, 30 years. So in order to get there, I think that we need three main things, okay? First and foremost, there's one big obstacle that we have to solve, and that is, believe it or not, sustainability. The first NFTs are planet-burning things, and in today's world, that's not the way to build technology. So that's why I am confident that Bitcoin NFTs or Ethereum even NFTs will never be a huge industry, a huge thing, because they burn the planet. Polkadot has solved that. We have some good measurements on that. And we have sold it further for NFTs. So that kind of NFTs on Unique are thousands of times more sustainable or more energy efficient than on Ethereum or on EVM chains, because of or comparable to Ethereum. Actually, our colleagues with just EVM NFTs in the Polkadot ecosystem are also much better, but we have gone a step further. But still, Polkadot has solved that, and it's time to talk about it. That's one way that Polkadot can attract a lot of attention in the big world, is that sustainability story. So won't go too much into detail on that, because I think this audience is more interested in two other things. Second thing is the tech. Okay, we need to move on from collectibles, and we need to move into NFTs 2.0. We have been talking about it since 2019. Other teams in the ecosystem are talking about it too, and have been doing things about it too. So we are far from the only ones, and but collectively we are laying the groundwork for much better NFT infrastructure. I'll come back to that in a second. So the final thing we need, the third thing, is new use cases. Our work for the last couple of years, since we had the testnet and everything, has uncovered people working on a million different use cases. It is a fireworks of innovation happening in every human activity you can imagine. So I'll talk about just a few. So coming back to the tech stuff. So first things that NFTs need to resolve is the mass adoption appeal. Okay, they need to be understandable to a lot of people, and they need to be easy to kind of use, easy to move around, easy to everything. And there are a number of things that we need to do around that, but education is of course one, but there's